Hey guys, I got some more stories. Sorry I haven't been recording. James Ortiz sent me a couple stories. I have not read them, so I just figured I would do them tonight. He labeled this one Screams in the Desert. If you have a scary encounter, you can email it to me or DM it to me, spookynews@yahoo.com, SPOOKYNEWS at yahoo.com, spooky news. So, he labeled this one Screams in the Desert. And this one I didn't read. I didn't read any of these, but this one, like, you know what SW stands for. I don't say it because my grandmother taught me you don't say it because they come for you if you do. So, when you spend enough nights in the desert, you learn what sounds to ignore. Wind scraping through the bush, coyotes crying like babies, and the creak of your own house settling in the cold. But this was different. I had just gotten back from the base on leave, first time home in months. My property is nothing but sand and yucca and an old chain link fence about 20 minutes outside 29 Palms. It's quiet, sometimes too quiet. Around 2:30 in the morning, I woke up to a scream, a high-pitched piercing like a woman getting torn apart. It echoed so hard I felt it in my teeth. I grabbed my rifle, stepped out barefoot into the cold sand. The sky was clear, full moon, spilling silver light over everything. Nothing moved. The next night, I asked my buddy Mason to come over. He grew up out here. He knows the stories, the SW, the Wendigos, the tweakers who vanish into the sand. We sat on the porch, coffee in hand and eyes on the tree line. 1:57 a.m., there it was again. The screams. The same screams, only closer. This time it didn't echo. It just stopped in the air like it was waiting for us. We followed the sound past the fence. There's no lights, just the moon. We heard sand crunching under our boots, and then I heard it, my own voice. Mason, over here. I hadn't said a word. Mason's eyes went really wide. He whispered, James, don't answer it. The bush shifted. Something stood up, taller than a man, then like it hadn't been eaten in weeks. Its head tilted too far to the side, arms too long, no face, not really, just the suggestion of one. It didn't charge, it didn't run, it just stood there, and in my voice it begged, Mason, help me. We backed out slowly, rifles up, hearts pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. At dawn, we checked the sand near the fence, bare human footprints, except for the toes were too long. And then the second one, the warning. And he says this is about the National Forest. A couple months later, I thought I cleared my head, go camping. Deep in the National Forest, past the marked trails, where you have to hike an hour just to find a flat spot. I wanted a calm, peaceful trip. That night, the woods went dead quiet. No crickets, no wind, just the kind of heavy air that made it hard to breathe. I was sitting by the fire when I caught movement at the edge of the trees, low to the ground, then another and another. They weren't animals, 5 or 6 of them, pale skin that caught the firelight like wax. The limbs were too thin, scars running like ropes across their body. Some stood, some crawled. Their eyes were empty, but locked on me. I reached for my rifle, and that's when one stepped forward, close enough that I could see where his cheek should have been. Just teeth exposed. He didn't attack, he just said low and broken, leave. Don't come back. They all started whispering the same word over and over again. Leave, leave, leave. I packed in silence, left the fire burning beside me, and they followed me for half a mile, just out of the light until the trail met the main road. I never heard a single branch snap. That's pretty creepy. Story 3. They followed me home. I thought I left it in the forest. I was wrong. Back on my desert property about a week later, I found something hanging from the back porch. A bundle of twisted twigs tied with human hair. Then 2 nights after that, I found a circle of stones near my shed, and in the middle, a bird skull stuffed with teeth, not animal teeth, human teeth. My dog started barking at the bush line every night around 3 a.m. I set up a night vision scope. At 3:12 one morning, I caught something standing out there, the same height, same build as what I saw in the forest. The shoulders were too near, head crocked, not moving, just watching. I stayed up with my rifle until dawn. When the sun came up, footprints in the sand again, bare with long toes. Whatever they are, they found me hundreds of miles from where I first saw them. Next story says the patrol. Last month, a kid went missing not far from the base. He was 7 years old. They asked for volunteers to help search the scrubland past the north perimeter. I signed up. We split into pairs, moving slowly, calling his name, looking for clothes, prints, anything. About 2 hours in, I found a small backpack half buried in the sand. Inside was a juice box, a little toy car, still warm from the day before. That's when I saw the markers. 3 sticks tied together with suing S-I-N-E-W, I don't know what that is, hanging from a mesquite tree. Another few yards away, bones tied with string. My partner radioed in. They told us to pull back and regroup. As we turned, I caught movement in the dunes. 5, maybe 6 figures crouched low. The same build, the same stillness. They weren't searching, they were waiting. We never found the kid. Okay, I think this is the last one. And it says encirclement. Now it's every night. Last week I woke up to the sound of something tapping on my window. Slow, deliberate, 3 taps, and then nothing. The next morning I found a dead raven on my porch. Its eyes were missing. Its beak was filled with sand. 2 nights ago I heard them whispering outside my fence. Not words I could make out, just the rhythm of something human trying to sound like speech. Yesterday I found fresh prints by my shed. The sand was damp, like someone poured water where they stepped, except it hadn't rained in months. They're not warning me anymore. They're closing in, and I think they want me to come back. Okay, James, I don't think they want you to come back. I think they want you to leave them alone. We love your stories, and if you have more, go ahead and email me, spookynews@yahoo.com, and I will read them. Okay, guys, we don't judge anybody on this channel. I just read your experiences. They're super creepy. And I had one the other day. I was at work and I was in the kitchen and we have to put our hair up. And I swear to you, I felt somebody go like this across my neck. It was so creepy. I turned around because I'm like, who's touching me? And nobody was there. So I have a couple stories that I want to share. I'm sorry I haven't been recording, but thank you, James. We really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a good night.